Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The debut of With Love Meghan on Netflix has sparked an avalanche of commentary, with critics offering a less than glowing reception to the Duchess of Sussex's latest venture. While some see it as an earnest attempt to get a new chapter, others have dismissed it as a gormless lifestyle filler, with The Guardian's Stuart Heritage going so far as to suggest it might be the Sussexes' last TV show. The Independent's Rosseinsky awarded it a single star, writing, "With Love Meghan is queasy and exhausting. Visiting the Sussexes might not be a fun experience. The heady blend of aesthetic curation, inspiring truisms, and those inescapable edible flowers might, well, leave you feeling a bit queasy, or simply worn out at the prospect of having to adequately perform gratitude for all the thoughtful touches involved in Meghan's guest experience." Rosseinsky explains, "You knock on the door of Meghan Markle's Montecito mansion, or perhaps it's the stand-in house rented for filming her Netflix show With Love Meghan. You were summoned here with a note written in immaculate calligraphy script attached to a wicker harvest basket teeming with fresh fruit and vegetables. Once you're inside, your host, impeccably dressed all in white, despite having spent the morning picking berries, corrals you into assisting her in an endless series of crafty and culinary tasks that are one part Pinterest, one part posh Blue Peter. If popping around to the Sussex household is even half as exhausting as it appears to be on With Love Meghan, the much-vaunted lifestyle show presented by the Duchess in her first solo venture for Netflix, then surely all her visitors need to take a nap every few hours. And if they do retire to the guest room for a lie-down after their shift, they'll be greeted with a tray of treats beside the bed. Meghan loves to create good morning and good night moments for her pals. She tells us in the first installments, they can expect to open their bleary eyes to gift-wrapped snacks and cut flowers. With Love feels like a millennial blog come to life. It's the TV version of the TIG, the website that Meghan launched and ran in her pre-royal jobbing actor days, filmed with all the soft filtered gloss of a Center Parcs advert. Each episode sticks to a simple formula. A guest, either someone that Meghan has known for a while, like her longtime makeup artist Daniel Martin, met while making her short-lived Spotify podcast, like actor Mindy Kaling, or admired from afar, like Chef Roy Choi turns up at Casa Sussex. They coo over something she's made earlier, then they're recruited to chop fruit and vegetables for another marvelous culinary creation. Edible flowers are strewn over everything, even fried eggs. The Telegraph's Anita Singh was equally unimpressed, calling it an exercise in narcissism filled with extravagant brunches, celebrity pals, and business plugs. Singh tells us, "You will never look at a turnip in the same way again. You will wonder why you don't have an enticing compost bin and have instead put up with that brown plastic thing from the council. Perhaps you too will start matching your outfits to the Le Creuset while being intentional. And when you put a cake in the oven, you will murmur as if to your most beloved child, 'Good night, sweetheart.' Don't worry if you don't have a Montecito mansion with its own kitchen, garden, apiary and chicken coop from which to get all your fresh produce, or an unlimited supply of rustic artisanal tableware. Even if you're in a little flat in London," Meghan says sadly, "you can have some small piece of this." The format is this. Meghan invites people to her pretend house. The show is filmed in an $8 million farmhouse down the road from her $14 million home, and they tell her how amazing she is. This happens for 8 episodes. Critics were particularly amused by a segment in which Meghan suggested filling children's party bags with seeds for planting. Heritage was quick to mock this moment, writing, "Nobody wants to see Meghan making decorative ladybird crostini with Mindy Kaling. With Love, Meghan is the sort of gormless lifestyle filler that, had it been made by the BBC, would be used to bulk out episodes of Saturday Kitchen." There was also much discussion around Meghan's decision to film in a rented $8 million farmhouse rather than her actual home. She addressed this in an interview with People magazine, explaining, "I wanted to protect that safe haven. We're a close-knit family and I love those moments. Putting Lily down for a nap, having lunch together, having sacred time together at the end of the day. Our kitchen is where Mama just cooks for the family, and with a crew of 80-plus people, it's a lot of people to have in your house." The hierarchy of Meghan's homemade jam also became an unexpected talking point. During a scene with Kaling, the actress playfully questioned whether her numbered jar indicated her rank among Meghan's friends. "I looked at the label and it said there were like 50, and I, of course, as a very hierarchical person, was like, who are these other 50? Does having a lower number make me more special, or does having a higher number make me more special?" Meghan, laughing, insisted there was no ranking involved. It was just, "Let me share them." And then people started to take it very personally. Despite the mixed reviews, Harper's Bazaar Bianca Betancourt found the series to be an enjoyable watch, praising it as a fine balance of giving audiences what they want to see, like gorgeous Montecito views, along with a peek into the Duchess's personality, while still servicing the viewer. The show's reception has significant stakes as it may determine the future of the Sussexes' $100 million deal with Netflix. Royal correspondent Sean Coughlin of the BBC noted that the breezy commercial nature of the show suggests Meghan has firmly moved beyond any lingering ties to royal life. This feels like looking forward to a new future without any more haggling over the past, he observed. Still, not everyone was convinced. The Spectator's Alexander Larman described the series as Brand Sussex's final hope, adding, "There is a tangible desperation here, a visceral sense of need and desire for this show to bring Meghan back into the spotlight." The Irish Times' Ed Powell was particularly blunt, writing, "So beige and bland it doesn't even qualify as a hate watch. Boring lifestyle tips from an individual who always has servants within reach, including serving coffee to guests. Her crudités are crude. Her homemade candles look like something from the homeware aisle in Deals, and the banter between host and guests has all the spark of a dead battery on a frosty morning. The big conceit is that we, the impoverished viewers, can hang with Meghan for a few precious hours, and yet the velvet rope is always in sight. Filming takes place not in Meghan's actual house, but in some sort of guest mansion adjoining her property. And if there are passing references to her husband and children, we never see them on screen. With Love, Meghan is trying to sell us on Meghan's lifestyle without actually showing us any of it. Comedian Mindy Kaling troops in and helps Meghan to make a balloon arch for a hypothetical children's party. No children actually appear, nor is there a party. The Duchess ended the final episode on a hopeful note, raising a toast to her gathered guests, including Prince Harry and her mother, Doria Ragland, saying, "This feels like a new chapter that I'm so excited that I get to share, and I've been able to learn from all of you, so I just thank you for all the love and support." With Love, Meghan now available for streaming, the question remains, will it find an audience eager for lifestyle inspiration, or will it simply become another footnote in the Sussexes' increasingly uncertain media future? And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a review of 5 stars if you're enjoying the show. Don't forget we have a new program out from Calaroga Shark Media here. It's called White Smoke, The Path to a New Pope. Check it out. It's very timely and historic and a cool look at the election process behind a new pope. It's available now wherever you get your podcasts. White Smoke. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue and good times.